Alright, so we're going to be getting into American Truck Simulator. This is a game I have played on and off. I have played a bunch off stream. I don't really care about signing in, but that's fine. But it's a pretty straightforward, chill game. You get your trucks, you drive them around, you make money, and then you get better trucks and better stuff. So if we remember when we left off, I had just hired another person. But now if I look at my truck management situation, I've got 4 trucks to my name, including the one I've got. Driver managers, I've got 4 drivers. Oh, you haven't synced up, have you? Let me check something. I think my save file might actually be slightly behind because the last time I played this was on my flight back on my laptop. And so I think it's not synced up. Actually, I think I had another driver and everything. I'm going to check real fast here to see if I can't sync up the save. And here, we're going to exit this real fast. See if I can't sync up the save real fast because I should have like a whole extra truck driver if I'm not mistaken. So that's no problem. It'll only take 2 seconds to do this. I just gotta make it happen real fast. One moment. I normally don't play games on more than one computer, so I don't have to worry about this kind of thing. Okay, so it says it's the latest there. I guess maybe I'm wrong. That's fine. I just wanted to make sure I didn't lose progress. I don't keep that close a track, so it's fine. And now we're gonna have this, which I can't. Oh, I can skip it. Wait, is Rual doing a chaotic twitching trucks? What? I have no idea what you're talking about, Strider. I am playing American Truck Simulator. Or are you talking about where I got like stuck on the fence one time and like the physics just completely broke down? I mean, I guess I just had the 4 drivers. It's fine, whatever. We'll just make money. That's what the whole point of this is. So, because I have my own truck, instead of going quick job, like the job market... Oh, I don't have my own truck. Alright, I must have given my truck to someone else. I do that a lot. So with all that said, it's easy enough. We just go price per mile. That's the highest. That's the one I'll do. That is how I choose my assignments. It's one of the things I like, because I don't have to think about it. I can just be like, this is the one we're doing. Okay, we're good. So yeah. Oh, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that there's Twitch integration for this game. I have not looked at the Twitch integration at all. Alright. Now I gotta remember my buttons. What the heck was my cruise control button? Because I changed it on my laptop because I didn't have it. That is not it. Alright, let me quickly go and to get my controls fixed, because I don't remember what these were. Which is, I just want to go to cruise control and say speed up, speed down, turn it on. Cool. And we can set our cruise control. And immediately have a warning that says slow it down. But yeah. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if using, what is the thing? There's an extension you can put on that lets you add Twitch integration to a lot of games. Like Mario games, that kind of thing. It wouldn't surprise me if someone found a way to hook that up to ATS. To like mess with the weather or something like that. Plop oil spills and banana peels. Alright. So get our cruise control set up. Cool. But yeah, no, that's I can see different things like with ATS, maybe like they could do stuff like there's the disabled vehicle events. I don't know how they're loaded into the map, like if it's a thing where, oh, that adds it later kind of thing. But I could see them being able to think like add a random like disabled vehicle on the road they have to like work around, or detours you have to go through and all that. The detours you probably can. I imagine that's preloaded. That like when you choose I'm going to this place, that it goes, okay, here's where the detours are going to be, like whatever. I don't know how it handles like when to load it, that kind of thing. But yeah. Or like how big the disabled vehicles? Headlight usage? Alright, game, well I don't remember what my headlight button is, so let me deal with that. I think it was N? Turning indicators are irrelevant, we don't care about that. High beams is T and N, okay. It's T and N on a different keyboard. Alright, one moment, let me change those controls. Because I used to play this a whole bunch, and I don't remember how my controls. Now let's see. I don't want the horn, so I'll go with... That'll do. I can't tell if my high beams are on or not. It's interesting that it's like headlights uses. I get it, the idea is the sun is below the horizon, which is when you're required to turn on your headlights for a lot of things. That's technically the rules in a lot of places. But like, it's still pretty much daylight out. Or how big the events? Well, it'd probably be, you'd have like 2 or 3 different events. You'd probably have like a regular like sedan would be one of them. You'd have something like, you know, a box truck, and then you'd have like the full-on semi. Usually the headlights on, it's too hard to know when you need it or not. Yeah, well that's the thing, I didn't realize they weren't on because it's not my truck. Because I keep buying trucks and then sending, like giving the trucks to my employees so they can drive, and then I do that. 1 hour before sunset, 1 hour after sunrise. Yeah, I think the exact thing probably varies on where you're at, but the idea being that. Or a massive multi-car accident. So I don't think vanilla American Truck Simulator has like big car pileup kind of things. So they might not be able to do that easily. Because my thought was they would just have like the Twitch integration, they hit a button and it says, okay, grab, truck turned on side, wreck number 2, and then puts it on the road somewhere ahead of you. Like it grabs like the existing thing and just shoves it in there real fast. But see, most cars actually have daylight headlights that are always on, even if off position, because it increases the visibility even on sunny day. That makes sense. But then I mean the visibility of your vehicle, not how far you can see. Right. Other people's ability to see you. Because like that's the big thing, you know, when I'm driving, like my own headlights I'm not too worried about so far as my visibility, because you know you have like street lights and all that a lot of places are pretty okay with. It's not till you get like back into neighborhoods that starts to become a problem, or you go like, you know, out into more rural parts. But when other people don't have their headlights on, that, you know, you just see like this slightly darker part of area, like just a shadow of a car go by, you're like, that is not safe. Like I can straight up not see your car. That is super not okay. Now, obviously, I keep my headlights on for the same reasons, but yeah. You think they started doing that in the mid-2000s? Year 2006 has it? Yeah. I know my old hatchback didn't, which was like a 1987 hatchback. I honestly haven't paid attention enough to my car to notice one way or the other with that. But my current car is a 2011. Ticking time bomb with its transmission. Just the model of car I got, it's for something that is just a straight up gas car, not a hybrid or whatever. It's got ridiculously good gas mileage. Alright, so I gotta pull off the inspection. It's got like ridiculously good gas mileage, but it's because it's not dual cam, that's not the right term. But it's got, in its transmission, it's got 2 sets of gears that bounces back between it. So it's technically like the car's like a 10 or a 12 speed. It's an automatic, so it's not like I actually care about the number of gears paying attention-wise. But it means it does, like, much smoother transitions and all that. Unfortunately, it was the first iteration of that transmission they worked with for that brand of car. And unfortunately, they're failing prematurely. So I get to deal with that when that comes. But that's what happens when you try something new. It was just in like the early 2000s, like 2000, 2010, like that time frame. Hybrids are a bit of a harder sell because the maintenance costs are really rough on them. And good luck finding any type of, like, you know, battery electric car at that point as well. And since I don't buy a car every other year kind of thing, I was just trying to get the best I could so far as efficiency, price-wise, and gas-wise for the time. I don't regret the car. I've got like 100,000 miles on it, so it's not like it's been like super bad, but it just means when it comes time to like do the repairs kind of thing, that transmission's gonna bite me in the butt. It'll probably be extremely expensive because they stopped making that transmission because it's got a, you know, serious design flaw in it. The good news is, like, with the failure, it's not like a super dangerous thing. 160,000, still going strong. Yeah, that was my my first car. My first car was I bought a very heavily used Honda Civic. It had been a really bad accident. It had rear-ended a school bus like at speed. So like the whole front of it was all smashed up and everything. The person drove it like a complete jerk, so the what is it? The slave cylinder of the clutch was completely shot, and the transmission was all chewed up. The main, I'm blanking on the word. The main transaxle was all chewed up because they drove it like a jerk. So when I got a hold of it, I tore apart the entire front of the car. We went to the junkyard, got panels for it. Not the drive shaft. The drive shaft's the thing that goes from your transmission to power your wheels. I'm talking about the actual, where the gearing is inside your transmission, where you engage and disengage the different gears. But yeah, so I tore that out, and because like this is like $200-300 car, you know, my father went in his machine shop, so he welded up material on it, returned the whole thing, put it all in there, like I redid the valves. Like I did so much work on that car. But when I had bought it, I had like 110, 120,000 miles on it. When I was done with it, it had like 300-something thousand miles on it. I don't remember the exact mileage, but it was something ridiculous like that. And I could have fixed it again, but I didn't want to, like, it was I'd have to tear apart the engine again. It's just like, no, I'm sorry. Like, I actually have a decent job now, and I need a car I can depend on, and this ain't it. Like, it had been dependable for me, but... There we go. Your dad's truck has over 2,000 miles on it, doesn't leak a drive? Nice. But yeah. No, and then after that, I got a Miata. I drove that for a long time, because that's another one that, like, the gas mileage was, like, extremely good on it. But it's still, like, because at that point I wanted a convertible, and I also wanted to have good gas mileage, and that's about the best I could find at the time. I was pretty happy with that for a long time. But, drove that until it started getting a little dodgy, so far as, like, transmission kind of stuff. And I could have probably gotten it repaired, but it was getting up there in miles, and I was just like, you know what? Like, I'm working as a software dev, I make good money. I don't need to be I don't need to be trying to limp along this car that's gonna fail me. And then these days, I don't have to drive around hardly at all, and I don't. Because amusing as it is, as much as I enjoy this game, I don't like driving. Not anymore, I used to. I just got tired of dealing with traffic after doing the daily commute for so many years. I'm good. And just the same, like I used to buy nothing but manuals. The last car I bought was an automatic because it's at the point nowadays that the automatics have the tech has gotten so good that the gas mileage you get out of an automatic is just so much better now than you can get with a manual. Didn't used to be that way. It used to be if you knew what you're doing with the manual and you took your time and didn't drive like a jerk, you could get better gas mileage. Lean says, I'm always expected to drive my extended family. I always drive. It's fine, I guess. I'm reading between the lines, and you're doing the it's fine, I guess. The it's fine, you need to drop whatever you're doing because it is very not fine. Like it says, mine's a Toyota too. I'm more concerned about the body rusting out than the engine failing. Yeah. Well, that's, yeah. That's just whatever. I've gotten used to it. Yeah. That's one of the things is I always drove, like, really small cars are always my preference. Again, we're talking, like, first car's a 1980s Honda Civic hatchback. So that backseat was useless for sitting in. It was just real cozy back there. Then I drove a Miata. There was no backseat. There was the driver and the passenger and the get out. And then my current car is a Fiesta, which is a Ford. Its backseat's okay. Like, it's better than the other ones, but it's like the first car I've had where someone would actually be willing to ride in the backseat for more than a little bit of time. But since I don't have to deal with, like, high school buddies or anything like that, no one wants to deal with it. That still said, I think the worst car I've ever had to ride in, because I'm a fairly tall person, I'm 6'2". The worst I've ever driven is I had a buddy with a Geo Storm. That was begging to die riding in the backseat of that thing. Like, you haven't seen it, it's like a glass bubble. But, like, you sit in the backseat and you're kind of like this, like, pressed up against the glass the whole time. And I'm like, man, if we get in an accident, my head's rolling off the back of this car. Where it just gets sliced off by the window. I only rode in that, like, once or twice. It says, the backseat is very important, and not for sitting. Well, that was, I mentioned the first car I got was an absolute piece of junk. Like I said, it had rear-ended a school bus at speed. I don't even want to know what the ticket that guy got was. It had the word for a female dog keyed on the top of the driver's side, like on the roof above the driver's side, because the person who drove it before me was a jerk. The transmission was completely shot because the person drove like an absolute punk. So the hood of the car was that like cheap gold spray paint gold. The body of the car was that like really popular ugly bronze color, like it was popular in like the 80s. The trim over the grill on it was like sky blue. I can't remember if there's like one of the fenders was like matte black or not, but you get the idea. It was a piece of junk. The cloth on the backseat in the interior was coming off, so rather than fix it in any way, they got a Last Supper blanket. So, Jesus at the Last Supper blanket and just tossed it over that. So, that was a whole vibe. That, I always meant to get rid of that blanket and put literally anything else over it, and never did. Because again, no one wanted to ride in the car, so the backseat was just never a concern. Not in that car. Because usually I just had the seat folded down, because it was a hatchback, so I always had the seat folded down, so just like a lot of storage in the back. Jesus was your co-pilot? Yeah, I kept asking Jesus to take the wheel, and he just wouldn't do it. Like, you take your hand off, it'd start swerving off the road, and you're like, Jesus, come on, man. Look, I expect you to at least try and keep it in this lane. That car is such a piece of junk. I am still amazed it got over 100,000 more miles on it. And like I said, I could have rebuilt that engine again and done easily another 100,000 before like the frame would fall apart. But just the thought of opening that up. Why would that deface the holy image? I mean, It was a blanket, man. What do you think? I shouldn't say a blanket. It was like a rug. It was going to get defaced to begin with. It was a rug. Someone was going to put it on their floor and they're going to wipe their muddy shoes on it. So, it's just the way it is. Yeah, no, the person who owned it before is definitely a rude person. Hence the keyed-in swear word on the top of the car. Let's see, when are you doing the Rual Twitch integration? If we hit that milestone, we'll schedule it sometime after the Streamathon ends. But still, is Jesus at the lap server? Yeah, no, I get that. It was weird. Like, it's weird having that in that car. Like, it's just, I always wanted to get, like, a different thing to put over that, because, like, fixing the seat, I wasn't going to spend the money. Hey, look, tumbleweed. Tumbleweed. But, I always debated getting rid of it, but I was never, like, big on, like, watching sports, so I didn't have, like, a sports team I'd put, like, a blanket in there for. And, like, it's not like merchandise is like it is now, where, you know, like, Fallout 76 comes out and there's, like, a Fallout 76, you know, comforter and blanket and all that. Like, you know, even Diablo didn't have much. Yeah, now even Pokemon back then, like, we're talking again, like, 2000 flat. Even, like, Pokemon didn't have that kind of merch around as much. That didn't really kind of pick up till later. Like, people realized they could really milk the merch later. But yeah, so for all the Twitch milestone stuff, other than the live tweet, which we already did, all of those, once the Streamathon's over, I'll schedule at some point. I don't have a specific date in mind, because I also don't know how long the Streamathon's gonna go. Like, you know, the time is ticking down, but you never know if it's gonna get down to an hour or whatever, and someone's gonna drop like $300-400 to jump it back up, or it'll just exhaust. So I have no idea how long this is gonna go. Cause I said I was in high school when I got a Dragon Ball Z comforter. They may have had a blanket, maybe. I also didn't look that hard, because they're also talking about this is pre-Amazon, like, this is when Amazon was a bookstore. No other merch time frame. Oh, it wasn't, I mean, eBay was certainly a thing. What was the other one? There was, man, I'm blanking on the name. It goes super sketch that you could, like, buy stuff from other people online. Not eBay. What the heck was it? I haven't heard in ages. Like, when someone had a car they wanted to get rid of and they could just list it. Craigslist, that's the one. Yeah, that was like when Craigslist was starting to be kind of a thing. Ah, Craigslist. There's a name I haven't thought of in 20 years. Alright, so we're going to take a little bit of a detour because I haven't revealed this part of the map. So I'm going to take a quick little peek over to see what that question mark to my left is and to the right. I sold a couple things on Craigslist. I played. Now I know you played this game and all, but I'm off to bed. That's fine. I have discovered a recruitment agency. Yay! Don't mind me using your lot as a turnaround point when I'm hauling merchandise that has nothing to do with you. Yeah, Craigslist is going back in the vault of websites. It's still around last I checked. But man, I don't even want to know what they sell in there nowadays. It was super sketch back then that you always had to be, like, real careful about, like, both when selling and buying, because there was, like, no protections to anything. Like, it's one of the reasons why people were scared to put in their credit card information into stuff. You have still heard sketchy things? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Yeah, because I sold a, oh, man, what's that? No, it may have been eBay. That, while I was a college student, things got, like, real tough for a while there. Like, money-wise, got real tough getting through college. and I had a GPS I had been using that I had gotten for a previous job when I used to run my own IT business. We're talking like this is a GPS you put on your dashboard. It had like a flip up antenna, so you could like get the antenna up against your window, so it actually worked. I remember selling that on eBay because just I needed the extra money so I could eat. Truck dealership, cool. And that was always super sketchy. That also got to be the point where PayPal started getting a bad reputation for a business would start finding some success, and then PayPal just seemed to like randomly freeze their account, and then just the money was gone. That was just it. It'll be fine. It's a multiple pivot truck. It'll be fine, right? Just shove it around real hard. I don't know if I'm gonna make this turn okay. Tires love it. I actually don't think I shoved it at all there, but I definitely have done that in the past. Where it's like, this was clearly not the place this truck was meant to go. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Don't worry, only the mirror saw it? Yeah, so what I need to do is I need to make this turn as wide as I can so that trailer has a chance to, like, turn to position. Scooch around, scooch around. There we go. Just scrape it a little bit, it's fine. Oh, come on, you're not stuck. That's me hitting the fence here, don't mind me. This is clearly not meant for this trailer. Oh my god, this is gonna be the worst. So I'm getting a little bit of bump in my front right and a little bit of snag in the trailer. I'm not hitting up here, am I? Maybe? It's really hard to see where I'm hitting. Because that doesn't look like it's hitting back there. It doesn't look like it's hitting out that mirror either. Like this, that side's clear. It's definitely on this side. Lock the diffs and go. There we go. We're clear, it's fine. That's like, am I snagging on the flag? Is that like the most durable flag that has ever been made? It's fine. We just took that detour real fast just so we could discover that place. Because I've kind of learned from playing this at this point. A lot of the time, because I choose like the really far distance goals, I never see the stuff in the middle. So if I don't take the time to like drop by and check stuff out on the way by, I never do end up discovering it. And one of the achievements is to reveal, I can't remember if it's all of the map or a good chunk of the map. At some point, I do want to get the DLC for the game. Like, I've got, like, I think 1 or 2 they gave me when I got the game. I can't remember if this is a... Hey, wait, what are you doing? I had the green arrow, you car. Do you want to die? Because I can tell you being in that lane, that was a left or a straight on through, both of which you did not have the right of way for. Alright, so I don't care about that. It's just those two had question marks, so we have a dealership and a recruitment agency. So I can buy trucks later. Alright. But yeah, so, one moment. Sorry about that. But I was saying, so, for, like, we have the, like, the super duper, like, grim kind of, thank you. For, like, the really grim kind of, you know, where we do, like, the cannibalism, organ harvesting, terrible, kidnapping, awful run in RimWorld. That'll probably do after our current run dies, I think. That way I'm not having two concurrent RimWorld runs going over top of it. And then maybe the Twitch integration will be right after that. I could also see doing the Twitch integration as a one-off, because the idea is I'm guaranteeing you'll get one full stream, like a full stream of RimWorld Twitch integration, if we hit that, and then if the colony happens to survive through the end of that stream, then, you know, we'll keep going with the colony till it dies. With Twitch integration turned on the whole time. I can't imagine it survives. Because usually if people are trying to help you with Twitch integration, they end up killing you by trying to help you. Like, they just explode your colony wealth super fast, so they kind of hug you to death. Okay. Like, if I hadn't been traveling right before this, and I had more time to, like, properly plan things, I didn't have, like, 30 times. It's like Noita, people give you power stuff, and it's easier to blow yourself up. Oh, yeah. I can't tell you the number of times of Noita I've done, like, Twitch integration, and, like, usually people just straight up try and kill you. But then, like, you'll get a good wand, and people then want to see how far you can take it. And so they'll, like, do stuff like keep giving you faster casting. And then you end up with a wand where it, like, launches you immediately into the wall behind you because of how fast casting it is. And you just end up absolutely dying because your wand is impossible to use now. So it's another hugged to death. Come here and let me give you a big ol' hug. Yeah, it's just one of those things that, like, they keep giving you stuff, but there's negative consequences if you go too far. Noita's also one of those ones with the Twitch integration that even if people are trying to help you, sometimes it's just like, all of your options are bad. Try and choose the least bad option. You know, saw blades everywhere, sea of lava. What was it like? Alright, like, projectiles rebound. What is the... EC Scott, like EC Rain or whatever. Yeah, it's like giant worm. Oh yeah, inside the Holy Mountain, giant worm, Stavari, acid rain. You're just kind of sitting there like going, so you're telling me Stavari? You're telling me Steve's gonna come by? Steve's gonna visit. Okay. So one of the things I usually do in this game, I actually, if I remember correctly, I've got the rain turned up. So that actually at most of the time it rains. I was just doing that because, like, driving around in perfect weather all the time was kind of like, alright, you know, let's mix it up here a little bit. But yeah, no, I enjoy Noita. That's those ones that sometimes after stream I'll hop on Noita for, like, doing around. Yeah, that's fine. We're just a little wide. I really hope there's not a sign there that I can't see. Yeah, it's fine. Just bully the brush. Hey, this stop sign or this speed limit sign, not gonna be here much longer. Okay, so I'm supposed to turn here. All right. This fun little game. You really like the way all the liquids interact? Oh yeah. That's once you start learning about making the like you get a run with a good lively concoction option, you could do like amazing things with that. I had one, it was what? It was I think it was sand, water, and I can't remember what the third one was, but it wasn't very difficult to get for lively concoction. And it's just like, okay, throw it in there and just watch everything turn to lively concoction. You're like, yes. And then it, you know, evaporates away and it's kind of disappointing. But in the short term, doing that, all right. So I'm trying to remember the trucks I was getting. I think it was getting the Mack trucks. Why can't I choose to buy online? Oh, I have to actually choose the dealership. Yeah, oh, there's like stock offers. Oh, can you not customize it? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so this thing is doing that. I'm trying to remember how much it costs, so that's fine. That's fine. I remember being confused by one of these that like I went down here as expecting it to be like no big deal, and then even though I was getting a yeah, those all seem to not change a whole lot. I feel like this is able to scroll down before. That's fine. I'm trying to figure out what my price is, what I'm saving up for. Right. I think it was that, not this one. It was that one up there. Was the one that had like the best for me. Now I care about the interior stuff. It is getting a custom paint job. It's 187. All right, new truck. And the reason I keep doing this way is just because of all right. So do I take it or do we get another employee and send them on their way? I'll take this one. All right. All right, so I should do freight missions. But yeah, so it's one of those things I've been saving up and doing all that. Because now I can get a higher pay per mile. So we have these ones that are 98,000. All right. That's actually not even a terrible route distance-wise. They have some of these ones that pay way more total, but it's less per mile. I usually take the ones that are just like the most per mile. Unless it's like something like, sometimes you have like 5,000, but it's like 75 per mile. And you're like, okay, so I'm going like 2 centimeters. It's fine. Oh, right. I should just do one that's local. That's right. I'm doing not just quick missions. I have my own thing. So we will set the GPS to that place. Because I have to drive to the place to pick up the thing to sell. So that counts. So now I usually will just take, again, whatever's in my town. Making the most per mile. Alright, do I have my headlights? There we go. You saw nothing? But what I'll probably do is once I give all the people I can hire a car, then I'll go through and I'll like really customize one up kind of thing. Like really splurge. Come on. You there you go. I was like someone's gotta have a green. Oh, Dream Burger. I'd go for a Dream Burger right now. Probably not. That's probably like Burger King or something. I'm not much of a fast food burger place. If I want a burger, I want like a sit-down place. Give myself a proper burger, or at least fast casual kind of burger versus, you know, fast food. Okay. It's almost like you can really get to speed with this when you're hauling literally nothing. Alright, thank you, Zidian, for the 400 biddies. So bear with me just a moment. I owe adding a little bit of time to the clock. So if I'm not mistaken, that should be 8 minutes to the clock. So boom, there's another 8 minutes on the clock. And then on top of that, let's see what we've got going on here. So that would be the milestones would drop down to...
Thank you, Zidian _ for gifting a sub to Andrew ATX.
Alright, so I have to add 4 onto this. And here.
Thank you, Zidian _ for gifting a sub to Fenriradra.
And then that's what, 10 subs? So thank you for the 10 subs as well. So let me go ahead and get that added to the clock. So 10 subs of 5 minutes each.
Thank you,
That's
Zidian
nice easy math.
_ for gifting a sub to Frozen Stars.
So there's, boom, there's those 10 subs on the count, keeping the stream going. I owe a hat, so I need to get that onto the queue.
Thank you, Zidian _ for gifting a sub to Dazed and Confused.
Alright, so I owe a hat. Let's see. Wait, you're still going? No, there's, I slept for 8 hours, I took a shower, ate something, and I got right back on. So stream actually started very early today.
Thank you, Zidian _
but I
for
did
gifting
sleep.
a sub to Zorfield.
Alright, we'll do the poopy hat.
Thank you, Zidian _ for gifting a sub to 2 Sassy again.
Alright, so we got the poofy hat. And while those are calling out, I'll quickly deal with my nose real fast.
Thank you, Zidian
and then I'll
_
properly
for
thank you
gifting
for
a
all
sub
of it.
to Russian Princess 91.
Sorry, nose
Thank
being
you,
a punk.
Zidian _
Okay, so
for
1, 2,
gifting a
3,
sub to
4,
Cowboy
5, 6,
Koenig.
7, 8. So we got 2 more, and then I'll properly, like, you know, say thank you and like point out all people who got subs and all that kind of stuff. That did add between those two things. You add what, 58 minutes onto the clock. So basically, Zidian bought us pretty much a full hour. You know, more onto the whole thing. That's good stuff there. All right, should be one more.
Thank you, Zidian _ for gifting a sub to a Night Dweller.
All right, with that, thank you so much for the 10 gifty subs, Zidian. I really do appreciate that continued support. You've given 75 subs since I started streaming, and I really do appreciate that continued support. It does mean a lot. So the following people now have themselves a nice advertisement previewing as well as access to the emotes, and that would be Andrew ATX, Fender Rada, Frozen Stars, Dazed and Confused, Zorfiel, Too Sassy Again, Russian Princess, Cowboy Coney, Fluid Share, and a Night Dweller. So that'll be excellent, because a lot of those people I've seen pop in today, so excellent. A lot of good names in that one so far as people we see a lot. So cool. So thank you so much for those gifty subs. I really do appreciate it. That does keep this going, and it does let me keep full-time streaming. If it wasn't for, people doing like the bits, the donos, the subs, the sponsors, I wouldn't be able to do this. So thank you for that. And we're gonna get back on the road. And the audio is gonna be a little bit weird for me, because just with this hat. Never mind, I got it. I would say the headset doesn't quite sit the same way. So it's not that you can't hear, it just sounds a little different. Man, we're $10 away. Wait, 1 second. Do I owe a set of exercises? I feel like I owe a set of push-ups or sit-ups or whatever. Let me get that, because I don't want to not do that if I need to. So let me first say, sorry, 11 and 58 minutes is when... No, that's not right. It's not 11 and 58 minutes. 11 and... It's not even 11. No, it is 11, because it's half-hour cooldown. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the stuff. So that would be 13 after. 11 and 13 after. And then the other ones are cooldown. So I owe a set of push-ups or sit-ups or whatever. I'm going to do that. I don't have a camera point over there because my camera has been used for drawing. So I'll get that and I'll be right back. I'm pretty sure I gave you an extra like 2 or 4, but I lost track. So I just made sure I was honest with it. Oh, that also made me realize we just broke our sub goal again. So let me fix that again. So thank you. That is a good problem to have. We will go ahead and jump that up to 150 because putting it the milestone screen needs to be updated too. Yes, I have not upgraded the milestone on the screen for the subs. Thank you for catching me on that one. For the record, I am writing it all down here as well, between notes and all that. So if I were to mess that up, it would get corrected on the other side. Because that's 10 more subs on here. And I already added the 50 minutes to the timer, so we got that. That is an extra 50 there, so that puts us up to 418. All right, so that means we will have a Twitch integration RimWorlds thing. So let me go ahead and go here real fast. So next one is Rual dyes hair. Okay, are we going to actually hit that? Because I know I put that one up a couple times. The way that one will work is I'll come up with like 4 or 5 different things to do with my hair, dyeing-wise. And then we'll have a vote in. They're all going to be things like blue and green and bright colors and stuff like that. I won't just, like, I won't just sit there and be like, oh, I dyed my hair light brown or something like that to like cop out of it kind of thing. All right, so let's go back to this because what I need to do is go here. So that's going to change this one to 82 to the next one, which will be Rual dyes hair. Now, depending on what I have to do to like doing the dye, like getting the hair dyed, if it's something like I can do in the sync kind of thing that I can point a camera at it while it's happening, I have no problem like doing like the stream kind of thing. If it is something that's like, because we talked about like having like one like stripe of bright orange or whatever, if it's something like that, I'm probably gonna need someone to help me. If I have to have a professional handle it, then they may not be cool with being on stream. Either way, it'll happen. Let's see. By the way, you're gonna post the crabs? Yes. When we're done with this, I'll post all the crabs. I'm gonna wait till the Streamathon's done entirely, and then I'll post the crabs. Just because, like, literally with the way I'm doing the Streamathon, it's the stream ends, I deal with like the 2 or 3 things I need to deal with before like I go to bed. I go to sleep, I wake up, I eat, I shower, and then I get back on stream. And there's no time outside of that until the Streamathon's done. But when it's done, I'll get all that sort of stuff. So thank you. So we got that. Oh, here, I can move that now. So I can do this. And lock that in place. Cool. Let's see. We got both the RimWorld things. So the things we've got going on is we have the green, like me and Tomb will do a Tomb taps like framed in the green screen. For something like hype trains or subs or whatever, we'll do some type of event that, you know, you'll have me and Tomb doing Tomb taps. We already did the tweet, like that's done. We will do a like super grim, we do all the terrible things that RimWorld lets you do kind of run in RimWorld. And I'm not gonna just throw it in like one stream or whatever. We are going to like try and do a proper run. I do think what I'm going to do is with the formation maps mod or whatever, there's one of the formations is it has like the entire area as a mount except for like this cutout of the middle that has like one way in, one way out. It's going to be a ridiculously defensible map. I think I will do that just so no one can be like, oh, you deliberately threw or anything like that. It's like, nah, we set it up. Whenever it burns down and dies, it burns down and dies. I will give myself whatever I can. We will play on the, you know, strive to survive, all that typical stuff. I will do random research because I'm going to do random research because I love that mod. But you get the idea. We'll have a proper run. The next one will be Twitch integration. I think the Twitch integration run, I'm literally just going to, like, when we go start, we'll say, all right, pull. What are we doing for the map? Pull. Like here's a list of biomes. What are we doing? Here's a list of starts. What are we doing? Like, I'm going to leave, literally Twitch is going to drive all of it. And you're probably going to kill me horribly. But that's the point. So that should be fun. So the next one is we die. Actually, here, let me... Chaos integration, yeah. And I don't know which of the Twitch integrations I will use. I will coordinate with someone who knows what they're doing with that because I haven't done that. So we have the dyeing my hair in $82. That will confirm that we'll do that. And again, that will happen after the Streamathon. If it is something I'm going to do here at the house to dye it, then I'll set up so you can at least see the recording. It'll probably be like a short stream of me dealing with dyeing the hair, because then I gotta, you know, deal with clothes and all that sort of stuff, because dyeing the hair is a whole mess. If it's something I get done professionally, it probably won't be streamed, and all that. After that, if we get to $600, I will do an hour of like a karaoke style stream. I'm not a good singer, so you can choose to show up or not based on that information. There will probably be clippable moments that I will never live down, if that happens. At $700, we will do a stream where I will build a Lego kit. The reason that one's that high is I have to buy the Lego kit, and it's not gonna be some like little 12-piece kit. I'll find something decent. It's not gonna be like I have the giant Millennium Falcon. That's too big. I mean, that thing would eat up literally all the money. But I'll find something that's like, you know, like a couple hundred pieces or whatever it is. Yeah. Started saying I will not be there. Hey, I understand. Hey, the people who don't show up for the karaoke thing, if that happens, you're the smart ones. Or, I shouldn't say you're smart ones. You're the ones who know quality content and what not to be. But yeah, so that's what we got going on. But yeah, so thank you so much for everyone who, like, all the generosity and all that. I've been very happy with the way this turned out. Like, at the beginning, I was going to do a thing where, like, subs weren't counted as highly because of Twitch's whole 50-50 and all that. And it's like, we didn't even get, like, 2 seconds. I was like, never mind, I'm not doing that. It's too hard to math. I don't want decimal points. No one wants decimal points. But I'm like, a lot of people have been using Ko-Fi. A lot of people have been doing subs. A lot of people have been doing bits, which I appreciate. Because bits I get 100% of it. Because you've already paid the cut that Twitch takes when you bought the bits. And then Ko-Fi, it's like, I get 95% of it. But rather than dealing with, like, figuring out all that math and all that, it's like, you know what, it's fine. Which I also do Patreon as well. I personally prefer Ko-Fi, but it makes no difference to me. Whichever you prefer, they get the both benefits. Both of them have the exact same benefits for you. It's just like, for me, Ko-Fi has a slightly teeny tiny bit better ratio, which is not my big motivation. The website for Ko-Fi is just way better. Like, it's just a much cleaner and more usable UI. Like, in Ko-Fi actually has like a proper Twitch bot that does everything. Patreon's, from what I've seen, like Twitch bot wise, Patreon's Twitch bot is pretty meh. Officer, could we please go at least like 30 in the 55 zone? Officer, I think you should pull that truck over. They're going too slowly. They're going to cause an accident. Well, that's fine. I didn't want to go speed limit. Hey, I got money for time in free roam. Wait, I'm in free roam? Right, I haven't picked up my cargo yet. I must have chosen a spot much farther away than me than I thought. I mean, we're already on our way, so we're just going to commit to it. We're most of the way there anyways. It wasn't for these two. I'm guessing the place I'm picking this up for is just off the highway kind of thing. Please. You've got traffic backed up as far as the game renders. Don't turn right. Don't turn right. Any direction but right. Yeah. At least... Oh, well, I mean, the police officer's gone, I guess. At least be like a 4-lane highway. Or allow passing. Nothing like a brake check by the police, yep. Go-Fi doesn't show on the stream, right? Like name or email? I believe you could type in your username kind of thing, but it won't show the email. I'm pretty sure it just says, like, if you donate 20 and you put in your name as Donkey Duff, it'd say, like, Donkey Duff donated... Like, I don't even think it tells the amount on stream. It just says, like, Donkey Duff donated, you know, on Ko-Fi, and then I can look up the amount. Yeah, I think you just type in, like, a nickname kind of thing. But it doesn't put the email on the screen or anything like that. Like, I don't even see your email at all. Nor do I want to. Because the easiest way to keep information safe is to not have it. Yeah, like, let me, I can actually look at the UI. Yeah, so literally what I see, like, if I look at it, it just gives me username, the date you did it.
New donation from Donkey Duff.
Thank you, Donkey Duff. Let me go ahead and refresh this so I can see. Do you want me to say the amount, Donkey Duff? I wasn't sure when you were mentioning that if you wanted me to say the amount or not. I'm cool saying the amount. I'm cool not saying the amount, whatever you like. Well, I mean, people are going to figure out the amount because I'm going to update that. Just let me know. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and update all my numbers. Update all my numbers. So do that. That should take care of that. Oh, just the name really? Yeah, so thank you, Donkey Duff, so much. You donated $90, 90, which is a heckin' big deal. So that triggers, like, everything that's not on cooldown. So let me get all that set up. So it's $90, so I need to go here to the marathon timer, because that means we got 180 more minutes going on there. So, boom, there's literally 3 hours on there. So thank you for getting that time bumped back up. We also have, with the $90, I will be dyeing my hair. That's a done deal now. So let me double check to make sure. What was the break for the next one? So let's see. Yeah, it's just another $100 after that. So that means we need. Let me do the math here. So if it's $90, it took us up to there. So it's 8 there. So it'd be $92. And then that's for Rual 1 hour singing. I'll just go with calling it that. So let me get that over here. I'll need to adjust where that's at. So milestones, unlock you. Unlock you. Scoot you on over. Okay. It's a good day to die. Yes, it is. Yeah, so I've put in every single streamathon to dye my hair, and up until now it's not happened. What am I missing? Okay. So the hat and the exercise is still on cooldown, but I owe a drawing as well as I owe basically doing a game vote. Because we did pass, obviously with $100 leading to a game vote, we've had over 90 plus all the other stuff. So the game vote is going to happen to see if we're switching. So let me go ahead and get that going. So first I'm going to do the drawing and then we'll worry about the game vote. So let me go ahead and get my space clear. Crab juggling knives. We could do that. If people have any art suggestions, you can put those in there while I get everything set up and I'll look at what we got and we'll go with that. Oh, were you here earlier, Kalaria, for the, you'll probably like this one. So here was the last crab we had. Oh, that camera's frozen. Give me a moment, the camera is frozen and is not doing what the camera's supposed to do. Properties, deactivate, activate, and are you back? You are back. So this is the one we had earlier today. Was a crab in a Hawaiian shirt. Hey, the singing hour was early? What do you mean the singing hour was early? What? Sorry, I don't understand that. The singing hour should be at the 600 mark? You saying about the camera? Oh, I just do that sometimes. Like actual singing, though. We're talking about like doing like a karaoke thing. I'll get a bunch of songs and I'll sing them. That said, like with the karaoke thing, I'm not going to do like the request kind of thing. And the only reason I'm not going to do that is the classic. If anyone's ever gone to an actual karaoke event and someone gives them a track they don't know and they just stand around, it's not fun. Like it's not like, haha, they're singing it badly. It's just they kind of stare and they're like trying to guess the words and just no one's having a good time. Versus if you know the song and then you're terrible at it, that is fun. And if you're good at it, that can also be fun. All right. So we're going to go, since we had the suggestion of the crab juggling knives, we're going to do that. And we're going to get that going. So we'll put you a little bit lower on the page to give myself a little bit more room. Oh, here, I need to put down the cooldown on this. So that'll be 30. Oh, wait, was that 1 hour for the cooldown? It's fine. I'll correct it if we have to. All right. But thank you so much for that support. Like, very, very genuinely, if it wasn't for the support everyone's been showing and all that, like, this wouldn't be a thing I could keep doing full time. Like, very, very genuinely, that's what makes it possible. Because otherwise, I'd have to go and, deal with the bill man, and I'd have to go and, probably go back into software dev or teaching again, which is fine. I enjoy those jobs, but I got into this content created thing just as like while I was on sabbatical, and people started showing up, and it became a thing. And here we are. That is a very blocky eye. That's fine. Oh. Let's do this right. You should be looking up at the knives. And I know it's a little hard to see. I do apologize. I'm actually debating after this, making it like either a really, really high point redeem thing or making it like a donation thing or something like that, or maybe when you hit some new milestone that I'll be willing to like draw stuff. If we do end up doing that, and that's like really enjoyed, what I'll probably end up doing is I'll get a light for, you can't see it. I'll get a light for like up there above, pointing down, and that should make it a lot easier to see. But in the meantime, yeah, I understand it's a little hard to see. When it gets close to done, then we'll get. I am trying to bold the lines a little bit more than I normally do, just so like it's a little bit more visible. So I do apologize. Let's see. McKenna's watching this so intently. Gotcha. I'll have to check the picture out later. Like I'll do it on while I'm streaming kind of thing, but you know, I'll get through the drawing first, because right now my keyboard's all the way up there and all that, and it makes it way more difficult to deal with. All right, and get the scarf going. And tuck that under there. Bring this up here. Add the creases on the edge of the scarf where it kind of goes over what would be a person's neck, but it's a crab, so you know it's just going over the crab. We'll have this one tassel behind there a little bit, because you're going to be moving a lot because you're juggling. She's an adorable little jerk. That sounds like a cat. All right, so we'll have one claw over here. The thumb of the claw will be on there. And they're gonna try to make the knives like a little bigger than they should be, because it's a crab. So you know, big knives. Now, the crab's grip on the knife is going to look weird because it is a crab. It's not exactly like, it doesn't exactly make sense. But that's fine. And then we can go with this. Oh, here, we'll make it a little broader than that. So it has like a little bit of a guard on it. Very weird knife. So we'll do that. We'll bring that up a little bit. Bring you around like that. I've made this knife way too big for juggling. Like, I've made this knife way too big for juggling. So we'll have the blade on it. So proportionally that it's a heckin' big knife. We'll have some lines to show motion. It's a heckin' small crab. Yep. We'll have another one, like we'll have a knife above it a little bit. Kind of curved down like this. And we'll put speed lines to show that spinning. Hey, Strider, you sleep well. Thank you for tuning in. Alright, we'll have the other claw kind of like this. How do I want to do this? Yeah, I'll put the guard over here. Look like this. We'll have the blade coming out here. Just like the other one, I'll have the 3 teeth on the back. Okay. The blade where it's sharpened. And we'll go like that, add a little round so it actually looks round. It's not centered on it, it's fine. We can just not look straight at it, it'll be okay. And then we can go over here. And now it'll be coming down because it's catching it. There's still time to make him sing. There is still time to make. Let's see. So guys, we're all gonna have to sing. It's a possibility. That, like, for the record, all of that stuff we'll schedule it for another time. Like what we'll do is after the streamathon is I will set a day that we'll do like the RimWorld streams. I will set like a day for like the karaoke thing because I also have to check what I need to do. It's like, so to make sure I don't get myself in trouble for like playing the music, it'll have to like go onto that channel. That said, so it'll probably happen with the karaoke one is I'll probably record it locally on my end, but there probably will not be a VOD for that one because DRM be that way. But I will record on my end, and like I said, we could do stuff like I can take whatever people want music wise to like deal with that. Yeah, so the proportions are a little different on this one compared to the other crabs. All right, I have to do this. But let's see if we can't get it in here. But there you go. And will it be right out the gate stream? I'll probably wait till it gets warmed up to like the 9 p.m. mark or whatever. So yeah, so we got our knife juggling crab now. Okay. This is awesome. Yeah, I've been enjoying that. Like, we've done the drawing before. Like, we did the last time we did this. I had drawings. Actually, I could show them. Like, the last time we did this, we had drawings, but it wasn't specifically the crabs kind of thing. It was a whole variety of stuff. Where is... This is the right book, right? Where are you at? There's a bunch of stuff in the book. Yeah, it's like the last one, we were doing stuff like just whatever people requested. So we had like we had like Spiffo. I think we did like 2 or 3 different Spiffos, among other things. For those who do not know who Spiffo is, that's Project Zomboid. That's fine. But yeah, the Forbidden Rual view. It's up. All right, so let me go ahead now and let's switch our game camera back. So that was that. The exercise and hat was still on cooldown, which, speaking of which, that hat just came off cooldown. And I am getting uncomfortably warm in that hat, so I'm going to go ahead and take that off, and I'm going to check my AC is still working. And then what I need to do is it's time for another game vote. Because that's what's happened. And for the people checking this on YouTube, I'm sorry that I accidentally let this record in the entire time. And if we don't end up going back to American Truck Simulator, and that's a problem you'll have to deal with. I may never post this on YouTube. We'll see. So we're going to go ahead and get this going, which is poll. What are we doing now. American Truck Simulator. Farming Simulator 22. Let's School. What else I don't even remember what we had in here before. Let's School. Where are we at? I need 2 more games. Not Gourd. Gourd is okay. Like I said, I think if I give, oh yeah, the post APO builder prologue, so it's a demo, just to be clear. Oh, I'll just have no spaces. Prologue, so that one's a demo. And we'll do, what was we going to do for the last one? Not Power Wash Simulator. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get that poll going. So I've got the poll. If you do not see it for what game we're going to be playing next, you'll just need to refresh your page. That does happen. I'm going to go ahead and either way, we are going to finish the drive we're currently on in American Truck Simulator, just to be clear. But we've got to vote. The American Truck Simulator is on there. Farming Simulator 22. Let's School, which is a school tycoon game. Post APO Builder Prologue, which is a post-apocalyptic settlement builder. It's a demo, just to be clear with that one. And then Power Wash Simulator, which is the world is a scuzzy place, and you power wash it. Oh, I guess what we'll do is we haven't started a delivery. What I'll probably do is I will get to the delivery point, and then I will wait there to see what happens. And if people vote for more of this, then we'll just pick it up and start doing that. If people vote for something else, then we'll wrap it up at that point. So I do feel bad when people spend a lot of points during this kind of thing. You can only trigger the Switch game once per hour with the money thrown at it kind of thing. And that way just, it doesn't get too over the top. But it's stuff like that that I don't really know what the workaround would be for it to make sure it's the most fair. Because normally what we do on the stream is we have a single vote for switching the game per stream most of the time, which is at right around 9 p.m. EDT that we do the switch. So it looks like right now Let's School is winning. To be clear, we'll be picking up where we left off on our school we've got going, which I think is 2 in-game years in or something like that. Power Wash Simulator, it doesn't matter. You'll just wash stuff. American Truck Simulator, we're going to keep doing what we're doing. Driving them trucks. I need to adjust my headset. It's adjusted for the hat being on here, and means it's way too loose. All right. Okay, so sit here on this screen while we get the poll out of the way. Right now it's tied up between Let's School and Power Truck Simulator. Power Wash Simulator. With American Truck Simulator being only 1 vote behind. So it is almost a 3-way tie. Hey, Mage, how's it going? Let me adjust my headset, because I had to raise it up for those thing. Power Truck Simulator. Yes, Power Truck Simulator. It's like Truck Simulator, but everyone acts like was it Tim Curry? Just sort of going or whatever it was. No, that wasn't Tim Curry. Was it Tim Curry? I don't remember. No, that's not Tim Curry. That's Tim Allen. That's right. I'm just taking all the Tims and putting them together. So we got 10 votes for Let's School. We got 6 votes for American Truck Simulator. We got 5 votes for Power Wash Simulator. Meanwhile, I'm going to mute the microphone. I'm going to deal with my nose real fast. I'll be right back. Tim Allen's a name I haven't thought of in forever. I bet you remember. No, it's not allergy problems. Me and Toom had gotten sick. We had gotten COVID. And we're basically mostly over it, but our sinuses are still completely jacked up. So it is what it is. Eventually it'll go away. But no longer feeling tired or just exhausted or anything like that. It's just strictly the sinuses being a punk. And I'm sure Florida heat is not helping that. So it looks like we're up to 7 votes for American Truck Simulator, 10 votes for Let's School, 5 votes for Power Wash Simulator. No love for Farming Simulator or Apocalypse Builder Prologue. I think the Apocalypse Builder would be good if it was not a demo. I know I've vented many times about this. I am not a fan of the trend of having demos of games and calling them prologues and having them as their own different like SKU or whatever. I get that the reason that they do that is because what ends up happening is you put out the demo and then people review your game based on the demo, and usually that's not good because, you know, it's an incomplete game, it's an earlier version, that kind of thing. That by the time you release your game, you're kind of already starting at a disadvantage because you have those negative reviews. And so what they've done is start making it so you'll have like, this is the name of the game, and then a completely separate thing on Steam, the name of the game, Prologue, which is the demo. That way it can catch all the bad reviews from being a demo and not get punished. All right, it's looking like we're going to switch over to Let's School in this last second. Okay, it looks like we're switching to Let's School. So let me go ahead and end this recording.